if I could tell you only two things going into adulthood, it's A, never trust anyone who's rude to staff, retail's a bitch, and 2, never trust anyone who doesn't read. So no biggie, here's 5 book recommos that shaped me and who I am. Number 5. Zodiac War, Juni Taizan by Nizioi Zin. This is the last fiction book I'll get to read in a very long time, and it's the last book I finished, which immediately cemented itself as a favourite. The problem with Battle Royale, Last Man Standing narratives is that whether it's Battle Royale, Batum, Fate Zero, you know who the main character is, and you know the main character will win. There is no suspense in that scenario. Zodiac War kills off its main protagonist in the first 10 pages. The Zodiac War is a global battleground event where fighters based off of the 12 animals of the Zodiac fight to be the last person standing. This book is all action. Everything you learn about character and nuance are found from within little details and strategies as they tell the story from their perspective. Usually a very short-lived perspective. I don't think a character lasts more than 50 pages. But more so, this story is batshit. There's a reanimated corpse with no head. Characters fight, characters die, characters lie. The amount of cheating in this competition is unparalleled. But the pacing and the tone changes completely depending on which fighter you're following. It's a book of power fantasies. And author Nizioi Zin does an amazing job of making me fall in love with a character and their amazing background and then stripping them away from you at the end of the chapter. This book is gory, this book is blunt. Every sentence is written with such dense detail, atmosphere and coolness that I basically read every page twice. But Zodiac War is all the unpredictability and essence of an anime. Which is funny, because then I found out it was actually adapted into an anime, and I have no intention of reading that ever. Number 4. So Long and Thanks for All the Fish by Douglas Adams. If there's any one author who has shaped my adult sensibilities and worldview, then that man is Douglas Adams. I wrote an entire video essay on the man that didn't get a good grade and didn't get many views. Touché. This absurdist, genius British icon is a hero to me. What this author manages to convey through basic pulp sci-fi comedy is the stuff that philosophical dissertations are made of. Look, in fact, they have. Science, philosophy, Hitchhikers makes mockery of them all. And then, book 4 in the trilogy of 5 isn't some epic space drama, it's a rom-com set entirely on Earth. Why is this my favourite? Well, reason number 1, Bridget Jones is the shit, and number 2, devoid of all the high concept fantasy elements, it's just the story of a man falling in love and learning to fly. Finally, Arthur Dent earns some happiness, and it's just so endlessly charming to read. Adams could have put his creative voice to any genre, because it's not the story you're reading for, it's the man himself. The distinct personality of the man in these pages is gold. Number 3, The Gospel of Loki. I tried so hard to leave comics and graphic novels out of this video because they would dominate the whole list. Vagabond, Young Avengers, The Wicked and the Divine. This is the shit I was raised on, and for all of that, my one recurring power fantasy is the trickster god, Loki Laufeyson. If there's one thing I dig, it's Norse mythology. But if there's 2 things I dig, it's Norse mythology and an unreliable narrator. Loki the Lightbringer, the elusive, the misunderstood, the handsome and modest hero of this particular tissue of lies. Loki rewrites Norse mythology canon! And this isn't the Marvel kind of Norse mythology either. No, this is the world where men can fuck goats and create pig monsters and the world serpent. This is the Norse mythology where Odin and Loki are blood brothers. It's so fun being taken in with a trickster's archetypal talent for storytelling. Is he really fiction's greatest underdog outsider, or is the book you're holding his greatest lie yet? This whole novel is one big power fantasy. Number 4, Procession of the Dead. How bad is this? I don't own one of my favourite books, I don't own it in print. Which is basically sacrilege, but then again libraries, so. Darren Chan is my childhood author, whilst everyone else grew up on Harry Potter and boy fucking wizards, I got down and dirty with the best children's horror series ever. And the saga of Darren Shan does remain my favourite book series of all time. But if we're talking about an individual book, Procession of the Dead is Darren Shan's first adult novel. And oh my fucking god, Darren Shan never spoke down to kids. He treated every single book like an adult, accessible novel. He is the formative author of my youth, and I still dig out the books and the manga volumes all the time. But never the movie. We don't talk about the movie. I don't think any of Darren Shan's novels really could fit a movie format, except for The City. Procession of the Dead is a neo-crime novel with weird supernatural elements that you would have never even fucking guessed if I hadn't just spoiled them for you. It's the first in a trilogy, but really just even as a standalone book, it works. Welcome to Crime Central. It's not actually called Crime Central. In a world of mythology and gangsters, welcome to Crime Central. It's not actually called Crime Central. The world's most powerful, influential mob boss is looking for an heir and finds it in the young K-Pac Raimi. Does K-Pac have what it takes to inherit his empire? The stakes and gravitas of the Cardinal and the city is so perfectly established that when K-Pac attacks the man and a supernatural twist emerges, I put down the book. It was just too much. Procession of the Dead is phenomenal. And when it comes to thrillers, I don't think anybody is going to touch this novel. You're out of here, Grissom. Conan Doyle? Yeah, that's right. I'm shit-talking Sherlock now. And finally, my pride and joy, the Colorless tsukuru tazaki and its years of pilgrimage. I have now bought a physical copy of this for a bad amount of money. For no reason. I don't plan on reading it soon. Haruki Murakami is a spiritual writer. He writes stories about very lost individuals with surrealist undertones, but they're all very rooted in reality. His books make me sentimental for a life I've never led. The goal was to read one Murakami book every single summer, because he's essential reading. And me, of course, being very high-cultured. But this book hits a nerve. Suruku Tazaki is a man verging on suicidal. He's a man with no self-worth because, at a young age, all of his friends disappeared without a trace and never spoke to him again. And he's taken this resentment into adulthood. This is a book about secrets. This is a book about guilt, longing. This is a book about adulthood, swimming, and a weird stroke of sensuality. This book is sexy. It's lonely, and it's sad, and it's sexy. I adore these. I love these books more than I love some people. And that's me done. Thank you for watching. Drop a comment. I really want to talk about this. And remember, go read that book on your side. The one you've wanted to read for ages. Trust me, go read it. Sam out.